All right, welcome back to the Marc Ben podcast. Today will be speaking on conformity, conforming to the worldly views, the worldly standards, the worldly conventions, just conforming, changing your ways, not for the better, but for the worse, to be socially accepted. So I'm going to spit out the conform, the definition of it in the topic that I will be speaking on today. Conform means behavior in accordance with socially accepted conventions or standards. Right? So I see a lot of times people would conform from who they are to someone else due to employment, due to money, due to relationships, due to impressing certain groups or people, and etc. And when you conform, that's not a good justice on your part, because I strongly feel if you conform to something that you are not, something that you're not supposed to be, I believe depression kicks in. I believe loneliness kicks in. I believe that you no longer love yourself because you're not yourself. And there's consequences behind conforming to the worldly standards, you know? Um, many people conform for an easier life. That's self-explanatory. You're employed by a business and you now have certain tasks, or you have to be a certain way to keep your position or your job. And failure to conform will result in termination, or what they say, oh, we have to lay you off. The position is no longer available because you're not conforming to who they need you to be. I've seen that a lot in employment. You need to go up to that next position, that next level. But in order to get to that next position, you have to be someone else besides yourself. You're slowly conforming, to someone else. You're not yourself. And that could be very stressful. And like I say, that can cause, depression. You're not yourself. You're not being who you are or who you're called to be. I see many people that conform because of some money, because of employment, because of their position, because, oh, I have to be this way, otherwise I'm gonna lose my job. Or I have to be this way to get structure. Or I have to be this way. And it's like, you're not called to be that. So if you got to be someone else because of some employment, I know it's easier said than done. You have bills and you have responsibilities, but at the same time, don't conform to something that you're not, because that can destroy your family. That can destroy your marriage life. That can destroy many things. And on top of that, especially nowadays, jobs, employment, man, they don't necessarily care about you. You're there to make the company money. No matter what position you play, you're there to represent that company and to bring that company finances. And the moment you stop performing, to bring in those finances, guess what? There's no problem for them telling you, bye-bye. We'll get somebody else. They'll fall in line. If we tell them something, they'll do it. They say, if we say act this way, they'll do it. And, like I say, it's easier said than done, but don't conform to something that you're not, because there's grave consequences behind it. Don't conform because it makes your life easier. Nah, man. Don't ever let no one tell you, oh, don't be yourself. You're not good enough. No, 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 no. Don't conform. Always be yourself. And if they can't accept you for being who you are, please don't conform. Please go find something else. Please go do something else, because they're slowly turning you into someone that you are not. And you will hate yourself later. And I'm just giving a warning, because I see many people going down that road of slowly being conformed because of some finances, because of money. Yes, we need money to survive, but come on, man, where's the line? When are you going to draw the line and say, listen, you got to accept me for who I am, or I'll hit the road. I'll go find something else. And by the way, I highly recommend, whenever you get the chance, I know I'm going off topic here with conformity, but not really. If you have a spouse, if you're living with someone, your husband and wife, two is always better than one. In a marriage, you're one anyway, but it consists of two, if that makes sense. If you're working and she's working, or she's working and you're working, please get it together, put your monies together, and figure out what you guys could do together as far as business wise. Learn to get along. And get out of the employment system or loop, or however you want to call it. Because time and time again, I see too many people conform to their positions at work. Whether it's a truck driver, whether it's a nail tech, whether it's a barber, whatever you are doing, if you're giving all of your time to that employer, I don't care who you are, you're slowly conforming to that job. And for them to tell you what you can and can't do, you're slowly becoming less and less of yourself. You don't even have time for your wife or your husband no more. You don't have time for your kids. You're always working. You don't see how that can pose a problem. You come home from work working 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours a day. You're conformed. You're coming home with attitude. You're not yourself. And doing that for many, many, many years, you will conform. Anything you do constantly, you're going to become it. So I'm just saying, we're all not millionaires and billionaires. We all don't have businesses. Some of us do, some of us don't. Some of you guys live off your business. Congratulations. Somewhere I'm trying to be. A lot of us trying to figure out how to get there. But my best advice I could give you, and this advice going to me as well, if you have a spouse, please, y'all, work it out, get it together, put your money together, because you're one anyway, and start your business or start something that you both can do, or however you want to do it. But make sure you can survive off of your own income, your own hard work in your hands, your mind, whatever you're going to be doing as a business. And let's stop conforming to the sinful world. Let's stop conforming to the bad practices and people forcing you to do things and become someone that you're not. It's like slave mentality. It's like, I'm going to do it because it's paying the bills, or I'm going to do it because you're conforming. So don't conform for an easier life or for more pay because of a position, because in the long run, it's not going to help you at all. It's not going to help you at all. Time and time again, I see the successful businesswoman that has this high paying position and all of this, but yet her marriage went down the drain. The kids are raising themselves because mommy, daddy isn't home. So you got the streets raising them, or you have other people raising them and not you. I'm just saying, don't conform. Be yourself. Remind yourself who you are. Of course, put God first, so he can always let you know you are loved and this is who you are. This is not, you're becoming this. Don't become this person. Become this. How many of you guys know of the people that worked the majority of their or all of their adult life? And I'm talking about for someone as far as employment. I could honestly say the people that I know or know of, or went to school with, however you want to put it, the majority of them, it's like slaves. The majority of them has conformed to their ways, to the ways that they weren't supposed to be. They have conformed. And it's like a cycle. Your dad did it, or your granddad did it, your dad did it, you're doing it, your son and daughter will do it, and the cycle will go on. You're conforming. You're conforming. There's something about you or in you that you haven't discovered yet that you can actually make a living off of. Something you're good at. I don't know what it is, but you need to figure it out. We all need to figure it out. Because like I say, working 16, 20 hours, 28 hours of someone else's time, making someone else a lot of money. I mean, if you're happy doing that, then by all means conform by yourself. But I can't conform like that, you know? I'm sorry, I can't. Especially a lot of companies, they don't care about you. They really don't. They really don't. Come here, clock in, do this. You got a 30-minute break, 15-minute break, hour break, whatever. Be back on the clock. You need to do this. You know, like you're a kid. And like I say, I know we have responsibilities, but at some point you have to wise up and break that. Have an inheritance for your kids. Don't conform. Just because the world say, hey, get out and get a job, that's how you make a living, doesn't mean that is right. You know? So don't conform. Don't conform. Be yourself and remain yourself. Because if you can do that, you'll be able to teach others and teach your kids or whatever how to be that. But if you can't live that, you can't teach that. And then, like I say, the cycle continues. Many people conform to be accepted. You know, you had a group of people that looks cool or seems cool and you want to fit in. So now you have to conform to their ways, their way of thinking, their way of looking at things. You have to conform to be in that group. You want to be in that group that bad? You really want to? You want to be something that you're not? I don't think so. I don't think you want to. So it's not even worth it at that point, you know? Like I say, many people conform to be accepted, whether it's in friendships, whether it's in relationships, marriages, social groups, gatherings. You know, it's like, I'm not telling you to not change for the better. We always have to work on ourselves to become a better person. We have to become better beings. We have to work on ourselves every single day. That's a must. I'm not saying just don't change at all. I'm saying don't conform. Don't be something that you're not. That's a huge difference between changing and conforming. I work on changing every day myself. I work on, being a better husband in a marriage for the better. I don't conform. I don't conform of the worldly ways and the duties of how a husband should be in the world. Because all I know, the world could say, hey, get out there and work 16 hours a day. That's not good for me. That's good for the company. That is not good for me. It's not good for my family. It's not good for my wife. It's not good. So be wise. Use sense. Like, be wise on that. Don't conform. Especially over a friendship. See, when I was younger, I would agree a lot with a lot of friends that I had back then. Even if they were wrong, I would conform and I'll agree with them because I didn't want them not to like me. I wanted to fit in. I wanted to stay, everybody like Marc, everybody like me. Right. And now that I'm older, I'm wiser, I've been through much. I'm not conforming for no one. Can't conform. I can't conform. I don't care if it's the easier route out. Definitely not conforming if it's the easy route out. Like I said, I believe in that long road of hard work, maturity, wisdom, knowledge. that pain, those speed bumps that I call pain in life, where you're going to hit those speed bumps. It's not comfortable. It forces you to change. Hope you change. You don't run from it. I'd rather go down that long road than to conform. You guys know what it is. Man, I don't have no money. What I'm going to do? I just lost my job. I've been looking for a job. I don't have no finances coming in. And you got that one friend or that one person that you know, or somebody on social media. I don't know if that trend's still going on right now, but hey, what's your Cash App? If you got a Bank of America, or if you got a Chase, or if you got a Wells Fargo account, as long as you got a checkers account with a little bit of money in it, look, if you give me that, if you give me this, I'll flip this amount of money, and I'll add a zero at the end, or I add 2 zeros at the end, right? So if you give me $100, I'll put an extra zero behind it, and you have $1,000. I'll put 2 zeros behind it, and you have $10,000. You are now conforming to that activity because it's easier for you. It's an easier life. It's like, man, I could sure use $10,000 right now. If I get $10,000 in my hands right now, oh man, I'll be able to do this. I'll be able to do that. I'll be able to do this. You're conforming. You are conforming. You are changing. You're not willing to go down that road. You're not willing to go through the processes in life. You're trying to take shortcuts in life. And when you take shortcuts in life, you start conforming, you're not going to know no better. You're not going to have wisdom when you get older. You're going to be doing the same old things that you did at 21 or 18 or 16 because you haven't learned. Wisdom hasn't kicked in yet. When those type of opportunities come, or those the easier way out in life, when those come, say no to those because you will conform into that. Because guess what? You do get that $10,000. That $10,000 is going to be blown because little do you know, things happen in life. We don't know what's going to happen 10 seconds from now. You might think you do, but you don't. You don't know what's going to happen a day from now, a week from now, a month from now. Something super unexpectedly just happened in your life. Something happened. After, my car just broke down. My engine, I have to change the engine. That's $4,000, $6,000. Or I have to buy another car because I just got into an accident. Or, oh man, I don't have health insurance and something happened. I had to go to the hospital and my medical bill was $8,000. You don't know what can happen in life. So you take that easier road out and you get those 10,000, 5,000, whatever the amount of money it is, because it's easy to get. And something unexpected happens. You have to blow that money. Guess what? You're now back broke. Now you're waiting for the next easier, situation to come and happen. So you can conform to that too. And you start conforming to all of these things. And before you know it, you're in a bad place. You're like, man, how did I get myself in this? Well, it started all the way back at the beginning when you started conforming, trying to take the easier way out in life. Instead of saying, you know what? I'm going to stand on all 10 of my toes. I'm going to stand on the rock of God. I'm going to stand tough. And whatever storm come my way, I'm going to face it. I'm not going to run. I'm not going to be a coward and run. I'm going to stand and face it. Whoever I have to kick to the curb, I'll do so. But I will stand. If you got a family or whatever, you stand for what you believe in. Those storms will pass. You don't have to conform. It makes you stronger. It makes you wiser. And at the end of the day, you'll be able to withstand. So when that same storm try to come around back to you in your life, you'll know how to handle it. You won't cave in like the weaker people would. Yeah, I said it, the weaker people. Because only the weak will conform. Only the weak-minded will conform. But if you're strong and you stand strong, blessings will come your way. That's where wisdom kicks in at. It's from that pain, but not by conforming. There's a lot of conformers that's in prison right now because they try to take the easy way out. They thought they had a plan until it backfired. The conformers are in prison or the conformers are dead. Be wise, be wise. And I'm not speaking on people that went to prison or prisoners and nothing like that. I'm not trying to say nothing bad about them, but it's like when you conform and do things, just expect consequences. That's all I'm saying. Marriages, in a marriage. And it's unfortunate that some people marry the wrong person. You thought that you were in love with this person, but then deep into the marriage, that person conformed. They changed, not for the better, for the worse, and they're dragging you with them. Now, once you speak those vows and you get married, it's till death do you part, unless, of course, there's adultery or, your life is on the line. That's different. But decisions, you got to deal with that. But that's a whole nother episode and a whole nother title that I'm not going to even discuss here. But don't conform in marriage. Be who you said you would be. Don't conform. Fellas, I'm talking to you. At least I could talk to the fellas on this one. And the women, you can kind of put it in your perspective as well. Don't be in a marriage and you got this young or whatever, this female digging you, conform you just because she has feelings for you at the time, or just because she want a great guy like you and you fall for it. Don't conform, because when you conform, your marriage is now at jeopardy. You're doing things not for the better, but for the worse. Adultery, the world could tell you, adultery is not that bad. And I'm not saying they're technically telling you that, but listen to it in the music. It's totally acceptable. Listen to it in the music or watch it on the movies. They're pretty much telling you, adultery is cool. That's fine. Don't let that slide away from you, boy. That's your only opportunity, boy. But she fine, boy. Get her. And you conform and you let that happen. Yeah. You're gonna ruin your marriage. Just because it's socially acceptable. Oh yeah, man. I smashed that chick, or I smashed that girl, and I'm married though, but we on bad terms, so it don't count. Like, nah. Don't conform. Don't conform what you hear and see on TV or radio or music or whatever. Don't do it. There's consequences behind that. Many people conform because they are not sure of themselves. A lot of people don't know themselves. A lot of people don't love themselves. A lot of people don't care about themselves. So they'll conform. They waiting for the opportunity to conform or change for the worse. They waiting for those opportunities to come, and they'll jump on it fast. Faster than a speeding bullet. They jumping right on it. They don't love themselves. Don't be that person that you don't have love for yourself, that you'll let other people conform you. Well, like I said, whether it's in a marriage, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's in friendships, people telling you what to do, they're conforming you slowly. Don't let that happen. Don't let that happen. Love yourself. Love yourself. Encourage yourself. Be around people that will uplift you. I always say this. Be around people that will uplift you. And for the negative people that's around you, kick them to the curb. Deuces. Gotta go. Like I said, many people conform because they're not sure of themselves. Like peer pressure. Goes back to those group of friends or those group of people that you want to be around so bad. On my lunch break, I want to be with them. Or I want to be over there with them because they seem cool. And they talking about some real stuff over there. And, yeah, okay. Peer pressure will get you in trouble, and peer pressure will conform you. Peer pressure is real. Nobody wants to look stupid in front of people. Nobody wants to look like a coward in front of people. If you feel you have to prove yourself in front of a group of people, those group of people are not for you. You need to find another group of people that will accept you for who you are and not what you can do for them. Am I speaking facts or am I speaking facts? The wise ones know what I'm talking about. The other ones that's listening to me, you probably listening in vain, or you probably, but you know what I'm talking about. Learn conformity. You know what I'm saying? Learned conformity. See, you can learn to conform. Someone teach you, and I'm talking about parents now. Parents, teachers, people that's in an authoritative position could teach you to conform. Just do as you say. I don't care. Just do as you say. You just don't do as what someone says. You make sure it's right. Don't follow the wrong. Don't follow the bloodshed. Don't follow trouble because they say, oh, he's doing good in life. He has a lot of money. So listen to him and do what he do. Just because a person is a millionaire doesn't mean that they got those millions of dollars doing the right thing. Be careful who you listen to because you could be taught to conform. You'll do anything for the money. I want to be a millionaire, so I'll do anything. I want to make $200,000 a year, and I'll do anything. I'll break your leg just to make $200,000. I'll catch a body. I'll catch a body just to make $200,000. Don't conform. Don't do that. Don't do that. And many conform because, like I say, because of employment or your business. As I was saying before, don't conform because your employment, or don't conform to make your business better. Don't be a liar to boost your business. This is what it is nowadays anyway. Whenever you see an ad, whenever you see a commercial, it's full of lies anyway. It's for a product to be sold. And a lot of these commercials, they'll lie, mess with your psychological. They'll probably have a cute baby in an ad or a picture, and they sell us something you shouldn't even be buying, but they touched your heart, your soft spot because, oh my God, I love babies, they're so cute. Oh my God, I love doggies, they're so cute. But look at the message. Don't look at what you see. Look at the meaning behind what you see. Don't conform. That's all I'm saying is just don't conform. I see too many people conform, and then later on in life, they have regrets and they hate themselves. They're in a bar all alone, drunk or alcoholic, because they lost their marriage because they conformed. In their life, or in their marriage or whatever, they lost themselves because they were doing exactly what others told them to do. Instead of doing what you need to do, you listening to other people. You're listening to your homies. Like I said, you're listening to your employers. We need you here for 16 hours. You working 120 hours a week. I don't even know how that's even possible, but you don't even have time for yourself or nobody. Just because you can make more money, it's easy. Like, no. See, too many people just destroy themselves because of that. I know I use the word conform a lot, but please don't conform. Don't go after the easier life. Don't do anything just to make a living or to make money or to make a certain amount of money or have a status, because that's what you see nowadays in the world, man. All these TikTok videos and social media videos, it's people just doing things that's not themselves just for the clout, just for the fame, just for the money. Then it's not even them. But they're like, it's easier to do this. I'm going to do it. Even if I hate myself. Man, do you guys know how many celebrities either kill themselves or they overdose? Do you know how many? Come on, man. That should be a wake-up call to you. They did anything and everything to get in that position, only to not love themselves, only to hate themselves. They look in the mirror, they hate themselves. I'm going to snort some more of this coke because I need to get away. I'm going to drink some more of this because I need to get away. I remember what I did to this dude or to this girl last week. I can't forgive myself. Man, let me get some more. Let me get some more of them drugs. Let me pop another pill. I remember I shot at buddy yesterday. Oh, man, that ain't me. I feel bad. I probably killed him. Yeah, even though I got away, I don't feel too good. Man, I got to get away, man. Let me get some of that. You want to conform like that? Like I say, these celebrities that just be on heavy drugs. Heavy drugs. You be like, dang, that's the person I looked up to. That's what they do. That's how they are. What? Come on, man. Even some of y'all employers or the owners of these companies, they don't love themselves. And they steady doing dirt because they're trying to they're not trying to look at it. They're just trying to just live life and I don't want to look at it. And they're just digging themselves deeper and deeper. You don't want to be that employer. You don't want to be that business owner. You don't want to be that guy to your kids or to your wife or to your family. You don't want to be that guy. Like, I don't know about you guys, but see, I sleep good at night. And I'm not saying this to brag or to say my life is perfect. All I'm saying is a lot of you guys or a lot of people, they can't sleep at night because of the way you treat people, the way you act towards people. You know what I'm saying? Like the things you do towards people or to people that'll harm them, that'll mentally drain them, or whatever the case may be. You can't sleep at night. You feel bad all the time because you treat people like crap. You have conformed. You have conformed, my friend. And it's time for you to change for the better. I used to be conformed. I used to think highly of what people thought of me. I gotta be this way so that way certain people could look at me a certain way. You asked me that 15 years ago and you asked me that now, two totally different people. I done lost too many friends because I didn't conform to their ideologies or their ideas. I didn't agree with them. I actually disagreed with them. See, a real friend would disagree with you. A real friend would tell you the truth, tell you how it is. But you got too many conformers, performers, people that don't want to get you mad. I don't want to lose the friendship, so I'm going to lie to her. Or I'm going to just say this to make her or him feel good. And you're not even truthful. Be truthful. And if the friendship ends because you're truthful, so be it. At least you didn't conform. At least you are yourself. That's all I got for this episode. Marc Ben Podcast. Hey, remember, I know I said this word a million times, but do not conform.